Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchiimoh, and on this channel I talk about cake business. I share tips on personal development, entrepreneurship. I do tutorials, story time, vlogs, recipes as well, and you're welcome. Let me wish you a happy new year. Congratulations, and it is great to be alive. It is great to have made it to 2022, and I want to say thank you so much for your support in the past year. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for the likes, the comments, the questions, for your everything, for signing up for my classes. Thank you so much. It's a new year and I hope that we'll be able to make the best of it. Today I'm bringing you a video which would usually be typically what would start off the year, right? So how to start a cake business in 2022. Now, looking at the trends of the past year and the happenings of the last year and the things that happen in the industry, basically globally, I want to share my thoughts and I want to share my knowledge on how you can prep if you're looking to start a cake business in 2022. Perhaps you've already started, but it was such a rocky, rough, bumpy ride last year. Don't worry, I'll be sharing tips on what you need to know, and I bet you they are applicable as well. So please stick around and I'll be right back. And you're welcome back. So like I said, I'll be talking about starting a cake business from scratch, how to start a cake business from home in 2022. But before I proceed, allow me to please plead with you to like my video. Unfortunately or surprisingly, my video did not do well last year. My channel did not do well in December. I don't know what happened. First of all, it was hanging, revenues not updating, and then I don't know, everything just went crashing down. So please, your support is highly needed. Your support is highly required. I need your likes. Please, I like this video. Engage. Drop me a cupcake comment now as I'm talking. A cupcake emoji, not a cupcake comment, a cupcake emoji, a heart emoji, something to just encourage me, something to just boost us going. And that is how we do it going forward, so that this channel will continue to do well. I believe that you found it valuable. Please keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting, keep engaging, so that we can get this channel up and running again. Yes, I'm at the back end, so I can see what you cannot see. So please help me like this video as I'm talking now, and I'll go right ahead into what I have for today. So the first thing I'll be talking about is to have a plan. You need to have a plan, okay? You need to sit down and count the cost. Okay, yes, I'm passionate about baking. I love baking. I want to do this long term. I want to be able to use it as another means of income or another source of income, or I just love creating things. You are welcome to the industry. But first of all, you cannot just wake up and say, oh, I'm going to start a cake business today, and you start. For some of us, we started like that. For someone like me, I started like that. Like, I didn't have any plan. I wasn't even planning to do baking. If you've known my story, if you heard my story before now, you've been following me on this channel, you know that it just happened by chance. Okay, it just happened. I did not plan to be a baker. So this might be you. You might just want to wake up and start baking immediately, or the opportunity might just present itself, but you need to have a plan. Like I would always say, you need to answer these very basic questions. They will help you. What, why, who, when, where, how. I think there's 6, and I hope that I can remember them in the order that I've mentioned. So the first question I'll be talking about is your why. You need to have a why. Basically, you need to know why this is what you want to do, why you're going into it. Is it just because you're passionate? So I'm passionate about baking. I love the colors, I love the arrangements, I love the designs and everything. Is that just the reason, the only reason why you want to go into baking? You need to have a why, and that why has to be solid. If that why is not solid, I tell you, you're not going to last in the business. So you need to have a why that is solid, a why that is driving you. So like for me, I wanted to be able to stay at home and take care of my children, stay at home, and because my children were very young. My daughter was very young when I started. It was just one I had when I started baking or when I started the business. So I wanted to be able to stay at home, take care of her. And then looking at the future, I just wanted to be at home to be able to watch my children grow, take care of them, and be able to train them while also earning an income, okay, while also doing something, having something to do. So what is your why? And I was also passionate about baking. I just love the decoration. I love things about decorating. I love things about cake, and I love things about colors. So it was just it for me. These are just 2 reasons out of the other reasons why I decided to go into baking. Now, the second question is what? So what are the things that I need to make this happen? What are the things that I need when it comes to knowledge-wise, equipment-wise, ingredient-wise, connection wise, whatever it is? What are the things that I need to launch this business? What are the things that I need to know before starting this business? So that is part of your planning. You need to plan for your business. You don't just jump into it. It's important that you have a plan. The next question is who. Now, who are the people that I want to sell to? Okay, it's an important question that usually comes up when you go for business classes or when you go for cake business webinars, seminars, and all of that. They would ask you, who are the people you want to sell to? In simple English or in business terms, who are your target audience? Who are your target market? Who are the people that you aim or you want to sell to? Okay, usually we would say everybody, but I want to tell you that everybody is not an answer. Okay, so you need to know who you want to sell to. Who are the people you want to sell to? You want to sell to the rich alone or the wealthy alone? You want to sell premium cakes or baked products? Do you want to do high end or do you want to do low end? Do you want to cater to only brides? Do you want to be focused on the wedding niche alone or the wedding industry alone? You only do wedding cakes and traditional cakes? There are people like that. I don't really know about how common this is, or this is not very common in my country, in Nigeria, but I know that outside this is a thing that you can decide, oh, I want to be a cake designer, a wedding cake designer, and a wedding cake designer alone, and this is what I want to do. I don't do kids and birthday cakes. I don't do birthday cakes. I don't do this. I don't do that. So you need to decide who your target audience or who your target market would be. Now, the next question is when. When do I want to start? Do I want to start now? Today is January 1st. Am I starting on the 2nd? Am I starting this weekend? Am I starting in 3 months' time? Am I starting in 1 month's time, in 4 weeks' time? There should be a timeline, okay? That time will enable you to be able to, plan, work, source for your ingredients, source for tools, probably get trained, go for classes and all of that. So you need to have a time frame in mind, know when you want to start the business, and then work towards it, okay? It's important for you to be able to have like a time frame in your mind. It will enable you work smarter. It will enable you work towards achieving your dream or achieving your goal of starting a cake business. So the next point is how, and I'll be talking about asking you a couple of questions. How am I going to get the capital to start? How am I going to be sourcing for my ingredients? How am I going to be going about my logistics? How will I deliver the cakes? Will I be the one delivering, or am I going to work with a logistics company, with a delivery company, or are they going to just come am I only going to be offering pickup services only? Like when I'm done with your cake, you just have to come and pick up your cake. What exactly, or how are you going to run this business? This is part of what it is. How am I going to be delivering my cakes? This is part of what you're looking at or will be considering in the how. How am I also going to source for my equipment? So where am I going to buy this equipment from? How am I going to source for ingredients? What markets? Where can I get the best buys and the best bargains? These are some of the questions that you'll be asking on the how. You need to write them out, get a book, write them out, or check online for a cake business template or cake business plan template to help you with drawing up these things, and it will make the journey a whole lot easier. The second point is to get a foundation. It is important that you lay a solid foundation, that you have a solid foundation on which you can build on, okay? For someone like me, I was trained. I went to a cake training school, and that was how I kick-started my career in baking. So you need to have a solid foundation, and you need to, have, knowledge taught by a pro. I know that it is good, YouTube University is good, but I would rather that you have a hands-on experience. That way you can cut short time, you can cut out mistakes, you can achieve things faster, and then you learn from somebody who's been in the game or who's been in the business and the industry long before you. So please don't be on the side of, I'm looking for a very cheap school, these things are expensive. Now, of course, learning how to make cakes now is not the cheapest venture. It's not a cheap investment. You need to pay the price. Okay, so save towards it. Get a solid foundation on which you can build your cake business. The thing I've been talking about is to understand what works in your location. So in a place like Nigeria, there is nothing formal per se that you need to do before you start a cake business. I can just decide, oh, I'm going to be starting my cake business this January. Before the month ends, I want to start my cake business. And I go to the market, buy my mixer, buy an oven, buy some cake pans, buy some cake tools, and I start baking in my kitchen and selling to people. There is nothing formal per se that I need to do. Along the line, I can now begin to think of business registration, maybe making my business a corporate entity and all of that. But I can just decide, this is when I want to start my business. I buy my things, start working in my house or start working from home. Okay, but in other locations, from country to country, from state to state, the laws differ and you need to know what it is. I think there are things like cottage laws, licenses, licensing and all of that. In some certain places, I know that there are certain amounts that some people cannot, you as a baker cannot charge above. Like there's a limit to what you can charge for certain types of cakes. I hope that I'm right on this information. Okay, but laws differ according to country. So understand what works. I believe that you know a baker, probably you know someone that bakes for you, or someone that bakes for someone that bakes for a friend, or a friend that knows someone. Just make your inquiries. Check Google, check online, check Instagram. You would see where they talk about these things from time to time. Yeah, and you understand what works in your location. You can send a message to someone as well to make inquiries about these things before starting your business, so that you don't get slammed, you don't get penalized or anything. Like I know that there are rules for you baking from, if you're baking from home or working from home, there are certain laws, there are certain things that you have to do, some certain exams that you need to take or certifications and all of that. Just understand what works in your location, so you won't put so much effort into it and then at the end of the day you cannot run your business. All right, so understand what works in your country, in your location, in your locality. The first thing I'll be talking about is to treat your business like a business. So like cake business is a business, okay? It's a business. I know that some people don't think that it's something serious. I don't know where that idea is coming from, but cake business is actually a business. It is not a hobby. It is not a charity. It is not something for you to, it's not a game for you to play and pass time. Okay, I know that some people do it. Some people are hobby bakers. I know that some people just do it to pass time. Although they put effort into it, but maybe they just bake for family, they just bake for friends, they just bake just because. Now, if this is you, it is different from somebody who is doing it because they really want to put their effort, sweat and everything into it and be able to raise income to be able to take care of themselves. So if this is you, you need to understand that it is not a hobby. You need to understand that it is not a charity. You cannot be doing free cakes on them. You cannot be undercharging your cakes. You cannot be doing cakes and be afraid to charge for what your cakes are worth. You cannot be allowing sentiment to rub off on you when it comes to doing your business. It's a business and you need to treat it as a business. Cake business is serious business. Please have that at the back of your mind, okay? Have that at the back of your mind. It will guide you and it will help you go a long way in this business. Now, the fifth thing I'll be talking about is to have a continuity plan, to have a sustainability plan. So how do you intend to keep going, running this business for the long term? Okay, so for myself, this year would make it, by God's grace, 10 years in baking business for me. Yes, I started in 2012, right? Yeah, so this will be 10 years I started baking, or I started my baking journey, and I've been able to keep going. I've been able to keep moving despite the challenges, despite the times, despite everything. I've been able to keep going and then, increasing things, and then changing things, advancing in my business, enhancing all my products, doing things, not enhancing, what's the word? Like making things better, basically. So improving my business, improving my outlook, improving my branding. I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So how are you going to keep going for the long haul? You need to have a plan in mind. It's not when you're hit by a certain challenge, you say, oh, I'm tired, I'm signing out, peace out. I'm not doing this business again. No, you know that if you're in baking, you're in it for the long haul. So what's the continuity plan? When you meet with challenges, what are you going to do? When you have maybe constant negative feedback in your business, what are you going to do? When it seems like your products are failing, your recipes keep failing, you keep trying things and they don't come out well, your recipes are failing, how are you going to be able to sustain your business with failing recipes? What are you going to do? How are you going to keep your head above water? Like now we're currently experiencing inflation. How am I going to keep up with pricing, with sourcing for my materials, with talking to my clients, making them understand, or selling the value of my business, or selling the value that I bring, or explaining basically the value that I bring to the table? How are you going to keep your business going even in the face of challenges? You need to have a plan. You need to have a tough skin. You need to have a thick skin. You need to be resilient. Aside the physical things that you're doing, there are some internal things or job or work that you need to do on yourself as a baker, so that you'll be able to go even when you'll be able to keep going even when the going gets tough. Thank you for watching the video up till this point. If you watched the video up to this point, you are the real MVP. So thank you so much for watching. Drop me this emoji right here if you know that you've watched this video up to this point, and also drop me a kind comment. Just say nice, beautiful, educative, inspiring, whatever it is. If you want to give me a fuller comment, please go ahead. And also, if you found this video valuable, consider subscribing to my channel, and then don't forget to hit the like button. Like I said in the beginning, please like my video so that the algorithm will pick it up and this channel will do better. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, also drop them in the comments below. Okay, until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.